A wise man said that doing the same thing often and expecting a different result is stupidity. For the past seasons, we had the likes of Jorginho, N'Golo Kante, and the Mateo Kovacic in our midfield. And this season, we have replaced them with Moses Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, and Enzo Fernandez. If you look well, you ask yourself, have we really changed the system or we only changed the personnel? During Mauricio Pochettino's press conference, he made a familiar statement, a statement that we are used to, we've become accustomed to. He said that we dominated possession and we created so many chances, but we were not clinical enough. How many times are we going to hear same line from different managers? This is exactly the issues that plagued us under Thomas Tuchel. The same issue we suffered under Graham Potter and Frank Lampard. And this season, we are back to square one, suffering the same fate and hearing the same line from another manager. Even this season, we are worse than we were because we lost Mason Mount, who could guarantee 10 league goals and at least 15 goals in all competition, while our attack still remains the same with the old issue. We have so many ball players, so many great players, but poor finishers. But surprisingly, the board didn't deem it fit. They did not see the necessity of bringing in a proper goal scorer. The profile they mentioned was someone who can play from the wings and through the middle, that is the number 10 position. But the major issue we are having since few seasons ago, not just this season, the major issues that we are having, they refused to tackle that same issues. Just look at Manchester City. Despite their dominance for the past 3 seasons, they've been the EPL champions. They went ahead and strengthened the position they are lacking by bringing in Erling Haaland. We all can see the benefits of the decision. Haaland has been scoring goals for fun. It is almost impossible for you to win the Premier League without a 20-goal attacker. Man City strengthened. They brought in Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez. But Chelsea, who have been so good for many seasons now in terms of possession, but lacks in terms of goal scoring, we decided to loan Datro Fofana, which is good. We loaned Mason Bosto, which is perfect. But who did we replace them with? We replaced them with David Washington. And we are having high hopes. We are expecting this team, this particular team, to challenge for the EPL title. With this set of players, UEFA Champions League position will be a miracle. James Maddison was available on the ship, and he is only 26 years. But Chelsea never opted to even consider, let alone bidding for James Maddison, a midfielder that can guarantee you goals from the midfield. And he fits the profile that they are looking for, a player that can play at the number 10 and from the wing position. But we ended up with midfielders that, when put together, they cannot guarantee you 10 goals in all competition, let alone 10 league goals. And we want to challenge Manchester City for the EPL. Who will score the goals? If you don't score, you will definitely lose or draw. Because your opponents, they are not there to escort you. The best way to win is to escort them. As for them getting chances, they must get chances. Against Nottingham Forest, how many chances did Nottingham Forest get? Against West Ham, how many chances did West Ham get? These two things are things we dominated. We had about 80% of the ball against West Ham and against Nottingham Forest. But at the end of the day, how many goals did we score? We lost. We scored 1 goal and conceded 4 goals in the matches that we clearly dominated. In that attack, take away Raheem Sterling and the injured Christopher Nkunku. You don't have a player in that attack that can guarantee you 15 goals in all competitions, let alone 15 goals in the Premier League. And we know how inconsistent Raheem Sterling can be, and also the injury record of Christopher Nkunku. We can blame the coach for all we can. In my other video, I blamed the coach, yes. But even if you go back to 4 at the back, even if you play attackers, you ask yourself simple question: who will score the goal? Is it Mikhailo Modric? Is it Ian Marston? Who will score the goals for Chelsea this season? Who will give us that 20 league goals in this current set of players? We left the priority. We are busy packing talents for the future. Meanwhile, the present need that needs urgent attention, we turned a blind eye. I still don't understand why Chelsea refused the option of buying Vlahovic. Victor Osimhen is there. There are so many good, experienced strikers. Even Paulo Dybala was available. But Chelsea, with their new policy of signing under 21, refused to sign a proper striker. We'll be watching. So many people are frustrated already. There are so many people are even clamoring for the sack of Pochettino. Though I believe it's still early to talk about sack. It is very early to even consider the option of sacking Pochettino. It's just 4 games into the new season. Yes, we've lost 2 out of the 4. We've gotten only 4 points out of a possible 12 points. If we continue like this, I don't even think if we can make it to Europa League, let alone Champions League. Anybody that is dreaming of EPL title this season, I'm sorry, don't give yourself a heart attack. Remove your mind from anything Premier League contention, because we are far behind Arsenal. We are far behind Liverpool. We are far behind Brighton, let alone Manchester City. We'll be playing Brighton in the next round of Carabao Cup. The same Brighton that destroyed Newcastle yesterday. If we don't act fast, if we don't get our system right, we will have a repeat of last season. So many fans are already losing hope in the so-called process. So Chelsea needs to act fast. They need to rectify this issue and get in a proper striker to complement Nicholas Jackson. Stay cool, stay blessed. Remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video.